Good morning everyone and welcome to First Chapter Fun. This is episode 6 and boy oh boy do I have a treat for you guys today. So if this is the first time that you've joined, this is an initiative I took with many of my author friends last week to bring some joy and some fun to all of you amid this very strange time of pandemic and crisis. And every day at 11:30 EST, I am going to, 11:30 AM EST, I will read a chapter of a new book to you. And today we have Follow Me by Kathleen Barber. Hold on a second, I'm going to get the cover here for you. Here we go. All right, so today's episode is Follow Me by Kathleen Barber. I'm just going to check that I am actually live on Instagram. Hold on. Oh, no. Oh dear. There we go. I'm going to start this again because I wasn't live on Instagram. I thought I was, but I wasn't. I was just talking to a blank camera. So there's fun. So hello everyone. Hi Kathleen. Kathleen is over on Facebook. So pleased that you're here with us. Anybody who's over on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Hannah Mary McKinnon, I'm going to save this, but you can leave comments and questions for Kathleen right now because Kathleen Barber, author of Follow Me, is with us on Facebook. So down here, I'm looking at Instagram Live. If you want to, I'll post this video later as well, and you can leave lots of questions. Dang it, for Kathleen. So this is my son's fire. I'm not quite used to it yet. So this is the book that I'll be reading from today. Becky says hi and says hi, hello, and we have so many people. Wow, lots of people are joining on Instagram Live as well. That's fantastic. So Kathleen I met at BoucherCon. BoucherCon is the annual, hopefully this year too, the annual Murder Mystery Writers and Readers Convention, and we met there last year, yes, when we were down in Dallas, and she's absolutely wonderful. So Follow Me is her second novel. Her first novel was originally published as Are You Sleeping, and it was picked up by Reese Witherspoon's production company for a television series that premiered on Apple TV a couple of months ago, starring none other than Octavia Spencer. And we just learned a couple of weeks ago that the show has been picked up for a second season. So if that isn't enough of a pedigree, let me tell you, I'm pretty sure that this prologue will. So Follow Me is actually out right now. You can already get your hands on it and read it. So shall we get started? Is everybody ready? Oh, Natalie says hi. Hi, Natalie. Natalie's an avid watcher of this series, which is absolutely wonderful. And I see lots of hearts coming up on Instagram Live. This is so cool, guys. This is just really fun. All right, Follow Me. You're going to follow me on this one? I think you should. Oh, and look, my nephew from Switzerland has just joined. Hi, Mike. That's so cool. Oh, and Brad and Brittany from Audio Shuffle. I better stop looking at all of the notifications or I'll never get this read. All right. So Follow Me by Kathleen Barber. Prologue. Him. Everyone on the internet is a liar. Every last one of us. The difference is the magnitude of our lies. On one end of the spectrum are the scammers, the fishers, the lowlifes, trying to convince your grandmother to bail you out of a fictional Thai prison. On the other end are those whose untruths are the smallest, the most inconsequential, those who click a box affirming they've read terms and conditions, who click like on a cousin's photograph of her pug-nosed child. In the middle are the rest of us, those who tell slightly bolder lies designed to make ourselves look better. We embellish our job descriptions. We smile in pictures even when our hearts feel shriveled and black. Because what's the harm in making our mediocre lives look and feel just a little less mediocre? But the internet can reveal just as much as it can obfuscate. Take Sabrina, for example. When I was 16, she was my whole world, my pocket-sized, red-haired princess. Every thump of my beating heart was an echo of her name. With her small hand in mine, I could do anything. But 7 months into our relationship, her family moved across the country to California. Part of me wanted to drink bleach and die. And another part of me was certain Sabrina and I were simply enduring a test to prove our everlasting love, and that 50 years later we would laugh about those years apart. The day she left, I found 2 strands of her strawberry blonde hair on my pillow, and I placed them in an envelope beside my bed for safekeeping. At first, we talked for hours on the phone each night. I twisted those hairs around my finger and listened to Sabrina say how much she hated California and how much she missed me. She promised she still loved me. She promised nothing would change. She promised. But her calls gradually became less and less frequent. She started taking an hour and then 2 or 3 to respond to text messages. I assumed she felt as gutted as I did, so I mailed her gifts and flowers to cheer her up, sent her poems all but written in blood squeezed from my aching heart. And then Astrid Marshall, one of Sabrina's bitchier friends, sent me a link to a YouTube video called Hottest Guys at Newman High Rated. I felt sick as I watched Sabrina, her gorgeous hair hacked to her chin and streaked through with brassy blonde, sitting in some unfamiliar room in a circle of strange girls. The ringleader, a bleached blonde who was wearing so much makeup that her face was a different shade than her neck, screeched a greeting into the camera and then led the others in discussing which of the boys at Sabrina's new school were the hottest. My stomach churned as Sabrina giggled and nodded in agreement, but the bile started to really climb my throat when someone asked her, "But you have a long-distance boyfriend, don't you, Sabrina?" She shook her head quickly, her alien hair swishing around her small face. No. There's this guy who's like obsessed with me, but we're not going out. I just keep him around for the gifts." The entire circle cackled with cruel laughter, and I slammed shut the computer before that treacherous whore could take another bite out of my heart. That night, I stole a lighter from one of my older brothers and watched those glimmering strands blacken and break. When I confronted Sabrina about the video, she cried that she was sorry, but that was just another lie. She was only sorry that she was caught, that her duplicity had been exposed. After all, a quick search had shown me that there were more videos, and in them, Sabrina didn't look sorry at all. That stone-cold bitch had moved on, leaving me completely and utterly destroyed. For years I thought my heart had been broken beyond repair. I thought I would never love again. But then there was Audrey. Ironically, Sabrina is the one who brought me to Audrey. If it weren't for Sabrina and her lies, I never would have ended up on the Overexposed forums. That was where I took shelter, commiserating with other men who had discovered disheartening truths online about the women they thought they loved. The other commenters helped me gain perspective, helped me see that this was less a reflection of me and more a reflection of Sabrina and the grasping, unhappy women like her. But the forums didn't just contain grievances and complaints about ex-girlfriends. They were also home to lively discussions about online women. You know the type. The bloggers, the vloggers, the Tumblrinas, the Instagram models, the women who peddle their bodies online like fruit at the supermarket. The consensus on those threads was that admiring these virtual women was better, easier than finding one in real life, because all women lie. And at least these liars were upfront about it. It was no secret that their perfect bodies were photoshopped, that their sultry eyelashes were glued on. Online women could never humiliate you. They couldn't carve a gaping wound in your soul because they didn't have souls themselves. The thing that I would never admit to in those threads was that I missed the pulsating heart of a real woman. I missed burying my face in silky hair, inhaling the scent of perfumed skin. I missed the softness of feminine lips beneath mine. If only that bitch Sabrina hadn't broken me. And then, one night, I was lying in my extra-long twin bed, listening to my roommates snore and battling insomnia by browsing Overexposed. I was on a thread where users were posting screen grabs of their ideal woman when one of them caught my eye. I rocketed to a seated position, my chest clenched so tightly I could barely breathe. The thumbnail image was small, only an inch or two at most, but I would recognise that mane of shimmering red-tinged hair anywhere. Sabrina. With trembling fingers I tapped open the picture. Relief and disappointment coalesced as I realised it wasn't her. It was another flame-haired beauty smiling at the camera, her name discernible in the screenshot from her social media post. Audrey. Her resemblance to Sabrina had initially taken my breath away, but the more I studied her, the more I saw the differences. Both were small and red-haired, but Audrey was sharper, more femme fatale. Aquamarine eyes flashed beneath thick lashes, heart-shaped face came to a point, pale breasts swelled beneath a plunging neckline. My mouth filled with saliva, heat surged through my body. Audrey. I found the rest of her online presence, from her Tumblr to her WordPress blog, and followed her wherever I could. For days I binged on her. I went through her blog archives, committing every image to memory, passing every chatty post for its deeper meaning. She was more adventurous than Sabrina ever had been, and funnier too. I learned what she was listening to, what she was watching, what she was reading. I devoured every morsel she shared of herself. Lucky for me, that was pretty much everything. My favourite image was of her standing on a beach, her milky white skin glowing against her black crochet bikini. She was partially turned away from the camera, her body angled toward the ocean behind her, her eyes looking straight through the screen into mine. One hand restrained her flowing hair, the other was extended to the camera, beckoning as if to say, "Follow me." That was Follow Me by Kathleen Barber. Let me show you that screen again. Sorry, I've always got to do this. Oh no, hold on. Oh dear, I was trying to do it too quickly. There we go. Here we go. That was the prologue of Follow Me by Kathleen Barber, and it's out now. You can order it. I'm sure you could check it out at the library, preferably digital, so you don't have to go there. But I can't wait. I've read a couple of chapters, and let me tell you, you're in for one hell of a ride. It sounds really, really good, and the reviews are amazing. So that was today's book. Tomorrow's book, we have Vanessa Lilly for the Best. That will be tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. ET or EST or Toronto time, because that's where I am. So I hope you enjoyed today's reading. Don't forget to leave questions for Kathleen. I'm going to save this. Hopefully I can save this video to Instagram as well. And I'll see you all tomorrow. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay kind, and I'll see you tomorrow.